I'm Joey.
I'm Jason.
And this is Metal
Monster
Review. Today, we are going back to 1986. And today, we are going to discuss Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. This one's a little bit different, but this is a pretty cool one here. So once again, we have Tommy Jarvis making a return here. Now, he comes out of a mental institution, and he brings his friend with him, the guy who played Arnold Horshack from Welcome Back, Kotter. And they go to the cemetery to dig up Jason Voorhees so he can burn his body and destroy it, so he makes sure Jason is fucking dead and at rest just for his own peace of mind. But things have a tendency to go a little haywire here, being that it's a Friday the 13th sequel. Jason, would you like to discuss Friday the 13th Part 6?
Yeah, as the title, Jason Lives, they brought the legendary killer back. Because I think the last one didn't go over real good with critics and stuff and fans, so they had to bring the big guy back. Like you said, in a nutshell, Tommy wants to prove that Jason's dead, totally destroy him, cremate him for some reason. But thanks to a good lightning storm, our friend Jason gets brought back.
Yeah, it's got a Frankenstein vibe, which you and I were just discussing a few minutes ago. Lightning strikes the corpse of Jason Voorhees, and it revives him. And what does he do? The killing begins. So he gets out of the grave there and, well, ends up killing Tommy's buddy, Hawes. Hawes, I think, was his name. And Tommy takes off, and Jason ends up going back to Crystal Lake, which is now known as Camp Forest Green.
Yeah, Forest Green.
They changed the name of it because they want to do away with anything that had to do with Crystal Lake before. So we have a new group of characters here. We have another group of counselors in at a camp.
Well, one cool thing about this, though, is we actually got kids in this movie. Kids at a camp.
Yeah, there's kids at a camp here.
Normally the counselors are there training to get ready for the kids to come. But this one, we actually have kids, little kids at the camp.
Yeah, the kids are at the camp. So Jason's going to run amok, and they have to protect the kids, which, you know what I mean? You're right on that one. But, I mean, this is a cool movie. I like it. Where do I want to go with this here? Some of the characters are forgettable, you know what I mean? But this is an entertaining sequel. We have the whole concept of the zombie Jason here, which I dig.
Yeah.
And the actor playing Jason Voorhees in this one was C.J. Graham, which I think he did a really good job. I do definitely dig this movie. It's got a little bit of levity to it because during the opening title scene, it almost has like a James Bond type vibe to it. And, you know, which is kind of cool. And also, too, as I've mentioned before, I love the artwork. That's totally cool here.
Yeah, I got so many memories with that cover work at the VHS tape stores. It's sitting in there. That one always stuck out to me. That one and Part 4 always stuck out to me.
And, of course, I had to go back to the old fucking NECA figures here, you know what I mean? Which you just mentioned, I have a shit ton of them, and I do. So I like the concept of how they made Jason look here, you know. On the back here, I love it. It's got the little tombstone there for Jason, but this one's kind of cool. And also, too, back to the Frankenstein vibe. Tommy is on the run from the law because he tried to warn the local sheriff, Sheriff Garris, who thinks Tommy is, you know, fucking out of his mind and thinks it's like he just, you know, because from what happened to him years earlier, he thinks he just, Jason Voorhees fucked his head all up, and it's just, you know, he thinks maybe this is one big practical joke. So Tommy ends up going on the lam there, running like hell, and he pulls off at a place called Karloff's Garage, which mentions the Frankenstein reference, as Boris Karloff played the Frankenstein monster in the original, which we've covered this before in this show.
Yeah, Part 6 I think special, like we mentioned, we get introduced to the zombie Jason, supernatural, whatever way you want to go with it. And a couple scenes I noticed in here to me, like Jason, like realizes like he's super strong now. Like,
Yeah.
it's like when he ripped that guy's arm off, he just like looks at it like, holy shit.
Like he just did nothing. And you brought up a very valid point. Jason Voorhees just doesn't break doors down. Doors just fucking explode and he just walks in like a rock star entrance, really. You know what I mean? It is the sixth fucking movie. You know what I mean? There is no more breaking doors down. They just explode. They get the fuck out of his way. You know what I
Tell you
mean?
what, it works good for him.
Oh, it most definitely does.
The actor playing Jason, the way he looks, it just looks perfect with that goddamn door exploding.
Now, what are some of your favorite scenes out of this movie? Because I want to try to leave the spoilers to a minimum.
Tell you what, I think my favorite kill scene is in the RV. I think the kid's name was Gort or something.
Yeah, Court.
It just shows you how much Jason don't give a shit. This poor bastard's driving the RV. This gets a knife right to the head. And the RV goes off, flips over. Then the coolest scene. Once again, door explodes off the RV. And he climbs up. And he's just standing up there on that RV. You see the smoke and the moonlight. That shot of him standing like that was amazing.
That was a cool scene. My favorite death scene out of this movie was when the Sheriff Garris ends up trying to protect his daughter from Jason Voorhees, and Jason ends up killing him. And it's a pretty graphic and unique death scene, really. It is, where he just grabs him and just flips him over and just pretty much bends him like a pretzel. And it's just like, oh, whoa. You know what I mean? That was fucking different. But this was a cool movie for sure. And although I want to leave the spoilers to a minimum, but I did like the concept of this ending of this movie for sure.
And that's another, to me, favorite shot. I ain't going to give it away, but at the end of the movie, that shot of him.
Yes. And I do have some memorabilia relating to that scene as well. But another really cool thing that I want to mention is I like the soundtrack. I love Alice Cooper, and we had about 3 Alice Cooper songs playing during this movie, you know, and I thought that was pretty cool. That tied in real well with the film as well. Now, Jason, do you have anything else you'd like to add about Friday the 13th, Part 6?
This is to me, this is definitely one to check out. Just the fact you get the zombie supernatural Jason, get lots of cool death scenes. It's an overall thing, a fun movie, fast paced.
Yeah,
I mean, like you said, some of the characters are forgettable, but it was a fun time watching this movie.
Even rewatching it, it's been a lot of years, but I still enjoyed it. And that's what's been cool about this, is that we're doing the whole Friday the 13th, Part 1 through 8 series. Some of these movies I haven't watched in a lot of years, and I've really enjoyed doing it. So, you know, got to put a smile on my face because some of these movies like, oh, I forgot about this, or I forgot about this. So I'm definitely enjoying rewatching these after all these years.
I mean, we sort of get to see a little sensitive side of Jason because he doesn't kill the little kids.
No.
Like the little girl sees them, but he just stares at her and he leaves.
And the kids knew they were kind of doomed because the one kid looked at the other one and said, what were you going to be when you grew up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of comic relief in this movie as well. And there's actually a scene there where Jason ends up killing a woman who was driving, and she drops her American Express card. And the scene is focused on the card for a few seconds. And the reason why they did that is so somebody in the audience could say, never leave home without it. Because you knew somebody was going to throw that line out there.
Yeah, that's another badass scene right there that shows you how scary Jason is when he wouldn't move away.
Yeah.
And he had some sort of rod and just stabs it right in the tire. She's like, we're driving the whole way back home backwards.
Yep. Because she said, look, I've seen enough horror movies to know that any guy wearing a mask is never friendly.
To me, like, this would just made Jason, like, I mean, he's always badass, but I think this one took it to the next level badass.
Yeah, this one was definitely different, but I definitely dig it. And this one I would recommend for sure. Check this one out. So, I'm Joey,
I'm Jason.
and this is Metal
Monster
Review.